1. General information. 1.1 Design Files Verification Process. To ensure all design files received are fit for production, all files should be provided in a standardized way and pass through the design verification process. 1.1.1 Estimated time. Dependent on the design files received. 1.1.2 Procedure. Customer. Uploaded printing files, component design files, and specification. LongPack. Review all files received to ensure these are fit for production, and if not, provide timely feedback. A detailed review report will be provided to the customer. Customer. Revisions may be needed for files provided as necessary. Several rounds of file uploading and revision may happen before the files are confirmed for production. LongPack. After verification of files received, an e-proof will be sent for approval. Customer. Approve e-proof. Want to make the process faster? Aside from the following all the great tips in this guide, you can check your files before providing them to LongPack. Available on our website is the LongPack Pre-Flight Profile for PDF files. After downloading this profile, you can use this to check your print files for some of the most common issues that need to be corrected, including low-resolution images, RGB images, spot color inks, font embedding. Make sure your artist is familiar with the technical specifications in this guideline. This will prevent major quality issues from happening later in your process. Make sure the correctness of the content in your design files. LongPack only verifies whether or not the files are fit for producing, while the content correctness will not be checked in our process. General pre-press check. On the following pages is all the information necessary to ensure that your documents can be better processed by LongPack. Following these standards, the less time it will take to check and complete your order. Non-standard print files may lead to delivery delays, extra time, effort, and additional costs. We strongly urge those unfamiliar with LongPack standards to read this guide in its entirety. There are 7 basic requirements for all files submitted to LongPack for printing. 1.2.1 Rules of File Naming. Please ensure file naming follows the rules below, which will enable our artists to find the correct file correctly and promptly. For all updates and revisions, please amend the file name with the appropriate version, number, and delete the old versions. This is to ensure that we are always using the updated files. File naming rules. 1.2.2 All files submitted as PDFs. Adobe software is recommended when creating print files. Adobe InDesign. Use InDesign for final layout, particularly text placement, and PDF generation. You can download the plugin for PDF converting from our website. We recommend using InDesign for files with multiple pages, rulebooks, cards. Adobe Illustrator. Use Illustrator for the development of vector illustrations. Adobe Photoshop. Use Photoshop for the development of raster illustrations. Photoshop is not recommended for PDF file generation. Additional time for pre-press checks and revisions will be needed for PDF files generating using Photoshop. PDF files are the most commonly used format in the printing industry. When saving PDF files, please pay attention to the following. Your PDF should be compatible with Acrobat 7, PDF 1.6 or higher. Your PDF should use the color profile US Web Coded SWOP version 2 to match our factory's color calibration. To make things easier, LongPack has a PDF export profile available for Adobe products that will set the items above and do a couple other neat tricks, e.g. converting RGB images to CMYK when the file is exported. You can find that profile at LongPack website http://www.longpackgames.com. 1.2.3 Bleed and margin. All files have 3mm bleed and at least 3mm margin. Bleed and margin issues are common problems found during pre-press checks, but they are easy to avoid. All files should have 3mm of bleed and at least 3mm of margin. Bleed. Bleed is a printing term that refers to the artwork that goes beyond the edge of the die line, or trim line, for your components. Artwork and background colors should extend at least to the edge of the bleed line. Maintaining the recommended bleed will ensure that unprinted edges do not appear on your components. All files require at least 3 mm of bleed on each side. Some components may require more. Margin. Margin is the area between the main content and the edge of a page. Most printed components have a trim tolerance of plus or minus 1 mm. Keeping your margin free of text or images means that your content won't be unintentionally cut off, and the final product won't appear off center. Please keep artwork and text within the margin line. 1.2.4. All files to be in CMYK color format. Large-scale commercial printing uses an offset printing process, most commonly consisting of the use of CMYK plates, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. All files must be submitted in CMYK color format. Do not use RGB color space for your files. RGB is a format for on-screen images. For more information on CMYK printing process, see 1.3. 1.2.5. Images should be at a resolution of 300 ppi or above. The print industry standard is to have all images at 300 plus ppi. Using a lower resolution runs the risk of your images appearing blurred or pixelated. 1.2.6. Black text should be pure black. C 0%, M 0%, Y 0%, K 100%. The reason we ask that all text be in pure black is that our eyes are trained to notice extremely small variations when deciphering text. For this reason, we strongly recommend using a single color plate when designing text for print, as the smallest misalignment of the printing plates may cause typefaces with thin strokes to appear slightly blurred. Pure black is the best of those 4 colors to use for text printing, as it is the easiest to read. 1.2.7. PDF file with font embedded. Please ensure all fonts used are embedded into PDF files. If the fonts are neither embedded in the PDF file nor installed in our computer, the fonts may change after printing. 1.3. Offset printing. LongPack uses offset printing, which is common large-scale commercial printing process. By combining just 4 colors of ink, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, CMYK, millions of hues can be achieved. Offset printing produces colors accurately and fast and can handle extremely large print runs. Printing wells. An offset printing press has wells that holds the 4 ink colors cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, CMYK. A 5th well can hold a spot color, metallic ink, or even another black ink. An offset printing press with 4+1 colors. When preparing for offset printing, the print file is separated into individual CMYK colors. Each different color for the final image is applied to a metal plate. The plates are loaded into the press where an inked image is transferred offset from the metal plate to a rubber mat, then onto the printed surface. Individual sheets are run through the press at a speed of 8K, 12K sheets an hour. 1.4. 5th plate replacement. As shown in the figure below, all text has been removed from the K black plate. For each language, a new plate can be created with only the text from that language on it. By swapping out the 5th plate, multiple languages can be printed more economically, as the original CMYK plates do not have to be changed. When creating files for black text replacement, please double-check the layout and make sure the replacing text is within printing safety lines. Please note that only black text can be replaced while other colored text cannot be replaced. Original CMYK plates plus the 5th plate. Swapping the 5th plate.